Yo, good morning. Day 6 of the practice. Before I begin, I wanted to introduce some of the mind and soul aspect of this and how that has helped me because, um, other than the body, the physicality of being able to do this, it really does go a long ways on being able to help mentally and spiritually. I was going through it's even hard to even kind of talk about it, but depression and going through that, right? It's really difficult. Um, yeah, but I do gotta say that being able to do this has helped me combat, that side, and it's a work in progress how it goes. And being able to do this homes in into, being able to combat that negativity in my life, these things that are depressing me and kind of within works too, that really relays on, especially for creators, touching bases on like kind of writer's block or artist block and having that and kind of being able to, in a way you want to create, but you can't because it's just, it's, I don't even know how to really kind of even put words into it, maybe sounds like, like, it's it really is something. It really is weighing, and again, being able to instill this practice in my life has been able to be beneficial and being able to combat those illness and be able to home in and bring the goodness and be able to do my work the way I want to do it, because yeah, that is something like, I don't take that for granted, and it was, an eye-opener on that, because I love to create, but at the same time, going through depression and all that, it was kind of, I felt in a way the lack of being able to fully create on that level because of my depression and the things that were weighing me down, and being able to create the way I want to and how I was, because it really is, a gravitating force that how that can just kind of really dig you in a hole and you might not be able to get out of it. But it's only us, right? It's up to within the Thyself to be able to dig ourselves out of that hole, because we could only do so much and have all these awesome resources. But again, it's up to us, and I think this has been part of me being able to share this, especially the whole month, and kind of coming up with this whole video and dialogue on things. Also, shout outs to Words of the Day, Save the Earth. Um, but yeah, again, to be able to home in and be good, right? Be able to to be balanced in those essence. Excuse me, I just, it's difficult again to kind of put into words and even at times to speak about some of these things, but I hope, this can kind of shed some of that light, and I know it's helping me, and maybe it would be able to help you as well on some of it. But again, mind, body, soul, and let's be able to combat that and be able to be the best us and put, our greatest foot forward. Blessings.
Alright, so stepping back a little bit, put my hands up. About that, I was watching day 5 and my video connection over there was a little off. My whole hands were cut off, so essentially I'm having my thumbs interlock over there. So I'm leaning towards my right side, feeling that whole stretch on my left. Come into center, put my hands kind of forward together to center, up, straight up, feeling that stretch on my back all the way up to my neck, to my head, feeling it on my foot, interlocking my thumbs in the opposite way of how I did it, and leaning towards the left, feeling that whole stretch on my right, homing into the breathing, and you're not doing this at home or, you know, when you're watching it, but the whole time when you're getting into your practice, please focus on your breathing. I'm still kind of working through the kinks of focusing on my breathing and being able to talk and illustrate these movements for you, because I'm sure it's beneficial towards the practice and for you to be able to digest all this. Now I'm bringing my hands down kind of straight in front of me with my hands together. I'm going to swing it down, kind of coming straight down, having my back as straight as I can, my neck, tilting it to the side, putting my arms to the side, looking to the right, and then I'm going to be looking to the left. Feeling the stretch around my wrists, my hands. Going to the right, going to the left. Feeling the stretches on my hands, shaking my body out, bringing awareness. That's kind of, you know, one thing I guess to start introducing that awareness to your body is kind of shaking your body parts around, seeing that, your toes, wiggling them, kind of feeling all that, you know, that flow of energy all around coming through on the bends after I do some kicks, because the body's telling me do some kicks. Bracelet kind of fell off, put this to the side, or I guess anklet. Coming on the kneeler, feeling that stretch on my knees, my thighs. Introducing some of the touch therapy around that to kind of reinforce that stretch. Feel it. Feeling that on my arms, my shoulders. Feeling that neck around. Rotating it. Just gonna keep moving my head left and right. Feeling that stretch around it. Introducing the breathing to those various spots. Feeling that stretch in my shoulder. Kind of pouncing or kind of just about to go up. I don't know how to really define that, but kind of almost elevating yourself up before you go fully up, but stretch it around your neck, going down. And then bringing that stretch from the foot, the right foot, all the way down and around. Interlocking my hands out. Feeling that stretch on my back, neck. Now coming to the left side and doing the same thing. Coming on the bend, on the kneel. Feeling that stretch, putting my left hand out, kind of extending it as much as I can. I can feel that whole stretch kind of right here on my shoulder blades, on my left shoulder blades, my shoulder, left shoulder. Now I'm rotating my head around, feeling those kind of kinks around my neck, shoulder. Stopping at some points and introducing that breathing into it helps really, really well. And trying to
breathe it out, right? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Feeling the stretch around my neck. I had to change my pillow, I just noticed, because the past 2 days I've been using this other pillow to sleep on, and I think that's what's been given away a bit. So my tension's around my neck and my shoulder. Feeling that stretch around my shoulder, so that's where the past 2 days I've been kind of, you know, doing and focusing a lot around my neck area and kind of shoulder blades and shoulders, because that's kind of the culprit. That pillow, I gotta use the other pillow. Coming down, kneeling forward, and bringing my hands together and bringing it all the way up to the sky. Feeling that stretch to my back. Tilting left and right. Bring my hands down, interlocking my hands. Feeling that stretch around my back and my neck. Looking down and just tilting my head to the right and left to feel that stretch. Then I'm just going to focus my breathing as I go around with my neck. Kind of going to just do that and focus on the breathing, focus in through my nose and out through my mouth as I do this. Coming back up, taking it slowly. That's another thing too, when you do certain poses, especially if you're not familiar with it, it's really good to, you know, take it slow and be able to be comfortable with the movement and know how your body is going to flow with it, so you can adjust your posture and your movement to that. So right now I just have my hands interlocked on my back essentially, and I'm feeling that whole stretch on my hands, my arms, but most importantly for me it's my shoulder blades and my neck. Feeling that on the back, kind of bringing it to the forward, shaking my shoulders out. Setting my prayers, my intentions, as much as I state my intentions to you guys in the beginning, and some of it, you know, those are some of my cordials of, you know, my intentions and my prayers set forth that I'm sharing with you guys, and kind of being able to, you know, I guess be able to get a bit more depth within my movements and my forms.
to the top, coming down towards center, solidifying my intentions, my prayers. From me to you, from you to me. Everlasting. Coming down to the side so you can see that stretch on my right side. I'm going to start off with my right, putting my foot up, coming in with my hands again, grabbing the inside of my foot. Feeling that stretch, extending my left hand out towards left, kind of coming up with it and going up and around, rotating my wrist and my hand as it's coming up in front of me, feeling that stretch. Coming towards center. Follow my breathing. As I focus the breathing with my movements. Feeling that whole stretch. On my right side, my left side. Gonna introduce some of that touch therapy to the side, kind of getting down to my side and just pushing my hip down. Yeah, I know it's crazy. From the suit, my hip is literally right here. Probably from the suit, it probably looks like it's like right here or something. Yeah, feeling that stretch, kind of pushing that stretch this way as I'm kind of leaning back, so finding that bend, coming back sideways as I rotate my hand and grabbing the outside of my foot this time, extending my left hand out towards left, kind of feeling that stretch towards my left fingertips, feeling that stretch going around, bringing it to center. Hitting your breathing again with your movements. My breathing is in through my nose, out through my mouth. You can do it whichever way. Feeling that whole stretch right here, you know, shoulder rotator cuff, your arm, I don't even know the whole body parts, but yeah, kind of your chest, just right all the way over here. Just I guess just pay attention towards the video on it. Oh yeah, introducing that touch therapy around. You can really feel that stretch right there that needs it. Alright. Now I'm gonna kick my left hand out. Go forward. Put my left hand far forward in front of me. Having my hand open out, grabbing my toes, feeling that stretch in my leg, my arm, extending it, homing in on my breathing again. In through my nose, out through my mouth, coming in, feeling the pressure, bringing it in towards my chest. Feeling that stretch, bringing it back in, coming back out. Turn towards you guys, because I'm going to bring my right foot up. Whew. Feeling that stretch. Going around. Feeling that stretch, bringing it to center. Focusing on the breathing. Feeling that stretch on center. Kicking my right foot out. Having my hands out to the side to get my balance. Coming around, rotating it. Oh. Rotating my head a bit, feeling that stretch, kicking my right foot out. Bring my hands to center. Whew. Feeling that whole stretch on my right side. Bringing and swinging my arms around towards the ceiling. Bringing it down. Doing it one more time before I start the left side. Tilting or turning to the side so you can have the preview of my left side, bringing my left foot up, coming in and grabbing it on the inside of my foot, extending my right hand out towards right, as far right as I can, kind of rotating my right hand out as well as, you know, keeping that stretch on my left hand, my left foot, feeling that stretch right there, and bringing it towards center, homing in the movements with my breathing, in through my nose, out through my mouth, through my nose, out through my mouth, feeling that stretch on my left hand, my left arm, left shoulder, rotator cuff, that whole left side, feeling that stretch right there. Bringing awareness towards that, introducing the touch therapy around that, on the sides, my ribs, my hips, my stomach, my back, my lower back on that. Introducing that, feeling that good stretch right here. It's really good, I really need that. Now, extending my right hand out, feeling that stretch on my body, my back. Changing my hand position on my foot now, grabbing it from the outside. Keeping my hand extended out, my right hand, rotating it, bringing it to center. Feeling that switch, that movement on my my left hand and my left foot. Now it's like a different stretch. Instead of out from inside, you can really feel that kind of go around into the different, you know, I guess parts of your rotator cuff, your shoulder, your arm, you know, even your ribs, kind of your, all this right here, all this body part right here, all this, whatever this is called, all that.
so you can start to really get that stretch there. Kind of extending my hand out, and again, focusing my breathing. Feeling that stretch. Now I'm going to extend my left hand out and go towards it, kick my left foot out. Since I'm in the comforts of my home, excuse me, but it's good stuff because you're able to, do however you want to do it and be able to be on your flow of things, but feeling that whole left side kind of extend out. Now switching, or like moving that left hand towards where my toes are. Feeling that stretch, bringing it towards my body. Homing in on my breathing. Feeling that stretch, introducing that touch therapy. Really feeling that good stretch right there. Coming around. Ooh, oh yeah. Kicking my left foot up. Feeling that stretch, kind of shaking my left foot. After all that kind of tension coming into compression, swinging my left hand out, grabbing my left knee, kind of extending out before I come in, bringing it in towards center, having my right hand out towards ceiling, kind of feeling that stretch, feeling it towards my back, aligning my posture, breathing, bringing it towards center. Homing in on the breathing, in through my nose, out through my mouth. Feeling that stretch on my foot as I bring it towards center. In through my nose, out through my mouth. Feeling that stretch. Coming out, kicking my left foot out towards front. Coming to the side so I can clear this and rotate my left leg out to the side. Kind of kicking my hand out to the side. That's when I know, because working on my left, when I kick my right foot out, extend, I can feel that I don't have as much of control yet. Kind of working on that to be able to just have a nice, motion, rotation, kind of 180 degree rotation of your leg, kind of in the air suspended, kicking that, coming towards center. Whew. Get a good sweat, off this too. By the way, I was surprised at times too, sometimes when I'm at the yoga studios, taking some of those classes, you do build up a sweat, other than the hot yoga. Again, it's, I forget what they call it, Uju Gaja, or something like that, but, you're essentially really are heating up your body, like, that whole awareness, like I just shot awareness all through my whole body,
toes, fingers, knees, head, toe, shoulder. How's that song go? But yeah, it's good stuff. Feeling that, feeling good, feeling great. Bringing that awareness, bringing those stretches, feeling your body movement around, coming around with my hands up to the sky and bringing it forward. I'm going to come and bend forward. Nice, slowly. I think they call this tabletop. You kind of have and bend down and kind of have and keep your back straight, your neck straight. Have your arms and hands down like that. Going around. Now I'm just kind of suspending my body down. My legs and knees are kind of slightly, they're not straight, but you know, they're a bit ajar. Feeling that stretch. I'm bringing my hands down. Come to the side for you guys. You guys can see a better view of this. Feeling that stretch of my toes, my hamstrings, my legs. Really feeling that stretch. Yeah, yesterday I had some good walks, and feeling this or doing this stretch, you can really, you know, home in into your activities and even, you know, your daily activities that are soon to come. So whatever comes your way, you're able to get it. And you know, now I fully understand doing this like every morning. To my brother Jason, you know, I give it to you, my man. Yo, hitting the gym every morning, but it's like, yo, you got to, right? It feels off your day, and like it's actually really something. It's quite spectacular. Kind of coming down into push-up position, having my hands out, looking up, and putting my knees down, and coming through and putting my head down to the floor, stretching, kind of moving left and right a little bit, shaking my body so I can feel that around my thighs and my hips, bringing awareness on that. But yeah, back to about my brother Jason. Holy smokes, like, yo, I get it, bro. You know, I really give it to you every morning. You know, hitting that gym on it, and you know, that routine, that practice, right? Like, it goes long ways on your days. Feeling that stretch. Go a little cat. I think it's called like cat cow or something like that. But kind of breathing in, focusing that breathing up and out on my back. Oh yeah, rotating to the right side, coming to the left. Yeah, going in, feeling that stretch around my knees and my thighs. Gonna just chill here for a second, wipe my sweat off my head, again to build up on that, and kind of gonna chill on my back for a bit. Gonna have my kind of legs to the side. I'm kind of shifting them to the side so I can kind of, in a way, just feeling that stretch right here. Bringing my foot or my legs towards the front. Stretch down on the floor. Gonna interlock my hands and then bring my head up with that. Support it as I bring it up and stretch my neck.
up, bringing it down, shooting it, my arms to the side, kind of rotating my neck, looking to the right, kind of in the center, looking to the left, feeling that stretch. You can really feel that stretch right here, you know, that whole area. Bring my left foot up, bring my right foot up. Doing that same movement with my back. Neck. Feeling that stretch around my body. Doing some bicycle kicks. Coming into crisscross applesauce. Just chilling here for a bit, bringing awareness to my body. Coming up, shaking my body out, doing some jumps, just shaking it out, and that's my practice, my yoga practice, my stretching, my meditation, kind of my intentions, and you know, back into kind of what I was saying in the beginning of this video of, you know, combating, you know, some of that, you know, mental state of things, and you know, spiritually also, right? Like, how can these things not be kind of all woven and interconnected? But yeah, like, you know, doing this has helped with depression, has helped with the negativity and kind of ailments, right, that we undergo as human beings, and even at certain parts of our lives, and just, you know, trying to be able to play it forward, right, and help each other. But I hope this has brought, you know, some light onto some of those things, and for us to be able to combat, you know, the negativity around us, and be able to home in into our force field, right, and how we do it. But yeah, hope all is well for the health and the wellness. But thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow on the practice. And I do promise you that it does get better every day. You know, I've noticed it, and it's just like, you know, constant edit. Okay, this is what I should do, should not do. So yeah, how that goes, and again, work in progress, right? But I do notice, and kind of seeing in it, I mean, to me, I feel like it is getting better, and having that. So hope it is, and yeah, have a blessing day. Mahalo.